Welcome back, guys. Today's test drive is this black on black 1969 Chevy Chevelle. Came back as a 350 under the hood, power steering, power brakes. Set of Cragar wheels, drum brakes all the way around. Nice interior. This thing starts up great, and we're gonna be taking it down the road, picking out flaws. You know, chips, scratches, rust dents, all that good stuff. By the end of the video, you'll know the car inside out and underneath. Be sure to hit subscribe. Any other questions, I'll answer them, or I can send you videos. For now, it's about that time. Let's go for a ride. Checking everything out. Place your bets. Do you think the horn works? The visors keep falling, so I guess I need to tighten that up. You can see the edges of them aren't great. Look at that. They always blow out, just the edges of the visors. It's a very common thing. Interior on this one, somebody redid the headliner, but they didn't get it tight. You can see in the corners. Light's not even tight. Got that pin back up there. Let's start it up. It's one thing, it does start up good. Now our engine temperature hasn't moved yet. It should have. So we'll keep an eye on it. Radio, it's just not cutting on. And it's showing that it's got that custom auto sound in here. So maybe it's just not hooked up, but it do have some kick panel speakers. We got kickers in the back, in the package tray, blower motor. Goodness. It's blowing, but it's making all kinds of racket. Wipers do not work. I noticed they were hooked up, but they're not doing anything. Turn signals. Yeah. Gas gauge, half a tank. If it floats, it probably works. Showing 81,000 miles on the dash. Hard to stand behind that because it's a 69 model. Tilt column, place your bets. Do you think the horn works? What do you think? I was gonna say no, because usually it seems like with these steering wheels, nobody ever hooks them up. I don't know why. They'll put in the nice steering wheel. I can't get the horn hooked up. All right, I'm gonna get a screwdriver out and fix this visor from falling the whole test drive. And let's see what else we can find. Well, I got the windows up. That means it's hot. Every day right now. It's gonna be all right though. It actually feels way better than normal because the humidity is going down, which is really all I care about. I don't mind the heat at all, but it does give me a good time to check, you know, and see if these cars overheat. These classic cars, you know, if you're out in 100-degree weather, sometimes you're sitting in traffic, they will overheat. This one so far seems to be good, and our engine temperature did come up, so I can keep an eye on it. This is my first time driving it. The idle seems a bit high too, but when you put it in gear, it's about perfect. May be able to tune that idle down some without hurting the idle while in gear. And I may do that throughout the test drive. I don't know yet. Trying my brakes. A little bit of a stiff pedal. It's stopping, but it's definitely a stiff pedal. I do know these are drum brakes. Suspension's got some float. Feels like a boat. Speedometer's coming up on the dash, and we are straight as an arrow going down the road. A little bit of slag in the steering, but not much at all. I mean, that's about perfect, really. Getting in the throttle there. Let's try these brakes. They stop great. Pulling to the right a hair, but could have some dust on them. Passing gear, I do not believe it's hooked up. We're going to try it again. Of course, you can always shift down. Get a good pull there. Looking around, vitals are good, 170. Looks like everything's working on the dash. Gas gauge definitely floating around, so it is working. As far as I can tell, this thing runs and drives great. Of course, we got another 30 minutes out here of running and driving before I can go back. And then we'll do picking out the flaws. That's at the end. If you're new, that's what we do. The old fire department over there. We'll do a little cut through. Suspension feels all right. A little noisy, if anything, in the back. Well, we're going to pull in this parking lot. We're going to roll all the windows down, too, so I can get a little flow in here. And we'll light up the undercarriage outside shots. And again, end with picking out the flaws. I do encourage you to stick around to the end of the video if you're interested in buying this, because the body flaws are definite, and you want to know about that before you get here, right? I say it like that because some people will only watch the test drive part and then show up and be like, well, I didn't know about that in the paint. Even they call, and I asked if they watched the whole thing. Just watch the whole thing if you're interested. All right, so I'm going to get these shots. I may even do a ghost ride here in the parking lot. It looks pretty empty today. Haven't done one in a week or so. Let's do it. Okay, so I've been riding around in the parking lot, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes. And of course, she said rev it. Look at her. Let's see. I don't know what she wants me to rev for. Whoever that was. Anyways, riding around in the parking lot, and you got about 190 on that. The oil pressure's a little low in gear here. Now, I don't know how accurate that is because it was just sitting at 40. Well, let's go ahead and give her a little gas. yeah, engine temperature's at 190 now, so this car is staying cool on a nice hot day. Oil pressure's a bit low at idle. You hit the gas, it shoots up to 30. It could be the gauge. I've seen that many incidences where the gauge is kind of reading off, because the motor seems like it's got plenty of power. It's not smoking. Everything seems good. It's quiet. So just telling you what I see, guys. Here we go. I've also seen in the past, oil pumps get weak. And I know that's a thing. I guess I'm blocking you with my screen here, Anna. Tell you what a day to hang off a truck and do trash. I know people do it every day, but that's a tough job today. I think that'd be kind of a neat job, because you'd see all kinds of stuff that people throw out. What's the saying? Another man's trash is another man's treasure. I definitely believe that. I know when I first moved out when I was a kid, like my whole house, I rebuilt it by redoing furniture that I found on the side of the road. That's how I got all my furniture. I don't know how many people have done that. I know a lot of you. Got off topic there, didn't I? Well, this thing's just nice. It's cruising good. Engine temperature's already back down. It's like it's still sitting at 190. It got close to 200 there for a second, but as soon as we started driving, it cooled off good. A little noisy in the back. Did you notice on that bump? It's a little bit noisy in the rear suspension. Of course, we've made it back to Maple Motors. Picking out the flaws is coming up next. I enjoyed this test drive very much. I'm going to put this one back on the front row. If you enjoyed it, hit subscribe, share, hit that like button, and join us at maplemotors.com for early access to any of these test drive videos. We only update on Mondays with new inventory and the videos. I'll link them by the end of Monday. All right. I think this week we're putting on like 12 cars, so that's going to be a good update. And then next week it's going to be 12 to 15. We've got a lot of inventory right now, which is good. We just bought a lot of cars in a small amount of time, and we can't get them ready fast enough, so we're just like, okay, let's just start spitting out 12 to 15 cars a week and building a lot up on inventory. Well, guys, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, let's walk this ride. Chips, scratches, rust, dents, all that good stuff. I'll let you know what I find. Looks like we got the halos in the front on these headlights. They look great. Bumper on this one's in good shape. A little bit of pitting. Scuffs on the edge. A couple dings. Spots in the paint there. See, this one's got some blemishes. It's got a nice, shiny paint job, but I have seen some blemishes here. Coming down the side. Cracking, probably a little Bondo in the corner. Chips. Of course, most old cars do have it. Spot in the paint in the back there, coming back your midsection. little bit of pitting on the handle. Ding here in the panel. Back over the top. Missing the antenna. Trim's a little off there. This is not factory. This is stick-on trim there. Light scratch. That'll come out. So we don't have to worry about that, because you get buff on that. Little pitting on the top of the tail light. Couple little scuffs on the edge. Get around the back of this vinyl top. I'm not gonna be rubbing on it today because it'll burn my hand. It's hot. It does seem pretty solid though. That's just where it's folded. Your back little trim piece by the back window here has got some rust on it. Let me show you. Until they've replaced the top. It's not folded up in there perfectly. But it doesn't look like there's a bunch of rust underneath it, and that's what I was looking for. Coming up to the back bumper. A little bit of pitting. I think this can be cleaned up a little better. Maybe not under here. A dent right here, crease. Any jams on your trunk? Weather strip, it's kind of pulled there. See if I can tuck it in. No, it's not gonna stay with that glue. I think as soon as I shut it, it'll come up. A little bit of rust inside those jams. They get water underneath these seals and start to do that. Get down in the trunk. Definitely needs a trunk pan. Trunk pan on this one's gonzo. See the rust that's in it. Package tray on this one got a little rust in it as well. A lot of surface rust in the inside here. Set of kicker speakers, that's always good. It's a great brand and a cheap price, moderate mid-range price. So you do got some good speakers coming around the trunk lid. It looks good. So the paint's chipping right there along the edge. Bubble here on top of the fender. Coming down this side. Chips behind the bumper. Little spot there. It's been worked. Got a little Bondo in the back here. As you can see how wavy it is. A little rust popping up with it too. Up and over. It looks alright, but the paint wasn't put on exactly right. And a little bubble popping up. See some imperfections. Bottom of the door. A little Bondo in the front, just like the other side there. Bubbles popping up in the fender here. Try to make sure you get a good look at that. Paint flaking in the front. And of course back your midsection. Chips in the front of that door. Ding in the door. Scratch on this side. Touch up mark. And get this top tucked in, which is kind of important because you don't want it to leak underneath it and cause rust. Silicone around that back trim. Like chip in the windshield there. Let's go ahead and check out this interior. Door panel on this one, not perfect. Got a couple little rips on the edges there, showing that handle inside of the door jamb. The edges of the doors actually look great underneath. Your back panel here's a little faded and chipped. Package tray's not perfect. Looks okay though. Back seat looks great. Headliner also redone, but needs to be tightened up. I mean, somebody, you could tell a mechanic did that, is what I'm saying. You know, mechanics headliner. Nothing against mechanics, but you're not an upholstery guy unless you are, I guess. Kick panels. Got some aftermarket speakers too. I can't tell if those are kickers, but I'd assume so. But I can't tell from here with the grates and stuff. I would assume they matched them all up, but I don't know. Sometimes people don't. A little stiff there, needs to be greased. Custom audio sound. Chips on the column. Steering wheel looks pretty good. Dash on this one's not bad. Carpet looks okay. Passenger door panel looks awesome. So you probably just need the driver's side, front and rear. This is the top of this one. Wipers, of course, they ain't working. You get that radio on though. Looking around under the hood. Somebody added some plates to this. I like it. I don't know if the insulation's still up under there, but they added some cool looking plates. Coming down with the hood. Alright, guys, we made it around the ride. Be sure to hit subscribe, share, and also if you got any other questions, it's not a problem. Call me, 615-822-4444. We'll answer those questions for you, get you more videos, pictures, whatever it takes. We just want you to be happy and know the car that you're coming to pick up. That's why we do this. Some people think, you know, just because we're car salesmen, we're trying to get you. We don't mind. We leave you alone when you walk the lot. We let you check everything out. You do your thing. This is a little car show out here, and we know it. But if you do need help, just walk right in the office. No problem at all. We'll come out, show you the car. Now, of course, when you come into Maple Motors, you gotta have proof of purchase before you drive anything. It's just a good policy, especially when you're selling stuff like this. Check us out, maplemotors.com, finance and shipping. It's all there. I'll see you in the next one.